So if we have dynamic stability, the body will optimize itself, and that is the basis for this methodology or this approach that I have taken for these 7 years called Body Golf. And it stands for BODI Golf, and that is Body Optimized Dynamics. We just talked a lot about dynamics, and Body Optimized Integration, which is how does the left arm integrate with the right. And if we give the body the opportunity, we put it in a stable condition, it will optimize in a way that we get the results that we want, and our swing will look different than our neighbor's swing because our body has different muscular characteristics. It has different characteristics as injury might have been a factor. So that's where we come in trusting the body, but with the collaboration with the golf instructor and some form of science suggesting we can take all students of any level and we can have them find their own optimum conditions, Billy.
That's great, Art. And let me use a couple more tools of my trade to show how I integrate this. Thank you. And you may have seen this with me before. I've been using this for years. Similar but different. I can do 1 foot at a time here, and I could stand on this thing too. And same thing, you'll see a crazy amount of shaking, as Art was just talking about, like the Parkinson's patients. They purposely put them in unstable environments so that turns on the centers of the body that allow them to, in a stable environment, be a lot less unstable. Okay, so now one of the things I do with our Body Golf, our BODI, is I have them do it right on the right foot, and I do all my stuff here and practice turning. Like, so you talked about having that femur head up in the hip socket. All right, so as that's up in there, and I practice turning into that, I'm not staying only on my left. I'm fairly centered. I'm pushing on this to some degree. I don't really want to get way the heck over here, but I don't want to be way the heck over here either. So I'm relatively centered, free turn it, and there's pressure there. And again, once you step off, very stable. How that comes to fruition with the ball there is, again, you make your transition, which is by far the biggest difference between you and the folks you see on TV doing this for a living, is they go from here to here much better than the rest of us. Everyone else has a little tight panic. First of all, they're not loading as much or as freely because the body's tensing up because it doesn't feel stable or secure. So if we can give it that, we can go back a little fuller and freer, and we can go from one direction to the other a lot smoother. This is an enormous piece of the puzzle, folks, because after you've done this, basically the party's over. You just let it go. There's nothing you can micromanage from here to here. If you're thinking, now I hear this, oh, I forgot to roll my wrist. Like, you've got time in this 100th or 1,000th of a second to flick your wrist just right. No, you do not. When you're going from here to here, everything is decided. Let it go. You can muck it up by tightening.
Billy, I'm dying right now because this looks a lot like a bathroom scale. And when you got on it, it's certainly not stable. And I won't get on that. The point I want to drive towards from the science support standpoint, Billy, is this business of golf and learning golf and golf instruction has been absolutely dominated by weight on each foot and weight shift. And that, to me, is the thing that is most corruptive of finding what your best golf swing is. When you start to direct the feet and how much stuff should be pushing in what direction and how much, you naturally turn the rest of the body and what it really wants to do, which is be stable and not fall, you turn all those equations upside down within the body. When you say, I'm going to have 60% here and 40% here at this point in time, and that can't happen. So the body will optimize. This will be the result after you get balance. You can measure it and you can be happy with it. You can say, well, jeepers, it was 60-40. But you shouldn't start out trying to make that be the case. You should make balance be the case.